This is Andi Purewal for ID Boxing. I'm joined by promoter Eddie Hearn here in Liverpool. Eddie, a successful night, an early night comparison as well. Just start off from the top. Pacheco, as brutal and as stunning as ever with that stoppage victory.
Yeah, it was a really good performance. I mean, look, Cullen, did well, and he's always brave as they come. But Diego was really good, really calm. His punch selection was outstanding, and a massive star. 22 years of age now, headlined in the UK. You'll see him headline in the US, and I believe he's a future world super middleweight champion.
People talking about what next, and the Edgar Berlanga fight has been mentioned. How far off do you think that could be?
I think Edgar's looking at a level above Diego at the moment, but I think over time that's a massive fight. And Diego's going to go through all these guys or fight all these guys, get the opportunity to, and we'll see if he's good enough as he progresses through the levels.
They were thoroughly upsetting Robbie Davies Jr, but also in weird circumstances with Robbie's injury. What did you make of that?
It was a shame. It was a huge knockdown at the end of the second round, and then just went over on his ankle, and you just saw the replay. It was like a clean break. Horrible injury, and we wish Robbie all the best.
Johnny Fisher, just final one on the card. Get your thoughts on it. Could the fight have gone on?
Probably. I mean, but when you saw the shot, I couldn't believe it didn't take Damiani's head off his shoulders, in all honesty. But Johnny Fisher, good to get some round under his belt, and the fight was only going one way. But Damiani was probably okay to continue, in all honesty. But I don't see a problem with the stoppage.
Taylor Cameron, May 20th, announced it. It's on. Talk to me about that one, Eddie.
Just so chuffed, Obviously, we were gutted when the Serrano fight fell through, and Katie wanted that homecoming. She called out Chantel Cameron. A lot of people felt like she wouldn't fight Chantel Cameron. I've always knew she would, and I always said to Chantel she would, but I don't think she really believed me. But it's a tremendous fight, two undisputed champions, massive card coming for Dublin as well. It's going to be a special night.
We saw Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk exchange a number of messages yesterday. It seems like they've agreed to 70-30. The fight will hopefully be on board. Just your thoughts on everything that unfolded last night?
Yeah, I mean, it's always back and forward on social media, etc. I think it's only 6 or 7 weeks till the date, so I don't know if it will happen. I mean, Usyk really called his bluff. It's an unbelievable split. It's not going to be the money Tyson wants because it's at Wembley, but on that split, I don't know what he's going to do now, and he's saying he's taking the fight, so hopefully it happens.
Speaking to Frank Smith a couple of days ago, he said that the talks about Usyk-Hrgovic went very well. Will those talks continue in the background?
I think that fight happens if, I don't think Dubois is going to be ready, and we'd like to make that fight, but we'll see what happens with Usyk against Fury. Obviously, that's a priority for those people.
Obviously, Francis Ngannou's come out that you had a meeting with him. Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Yeah, I didn't really say anything because for once I was quiet on it, but I flew to Vegas to meet Francis, and what a guy. Tremendous guy, tremendous story, and we talked about the AJ fight, we talked about his ambitions in boxing, and we'd love to be a part of that.
AJ obviously has his ambitions to challenge for world honours again, Eddie, so how far off do you think an Nganou fight?
I think AJ's out there calling out Nganou, he wants to win the world heavyweight title, but listen, if it's a massive fight, if it's groundbreaking, maybe we'll look at it. But first things first, AJ's just focused on Franklin on April the 1st.
Just final one, Eddie, because I know that we never had a chance to see it, but Carlos Takam got the decision against Tony Yoka.
Yeah, Yoka's done. Got beat by Bacoli and now got beat by Takam. So well done, Carlos Takam. He's a great guy, and interesting night.
Eddie, thank you as always.